This is the final shape of those touched by the comet's light. They are horrible creatures whose hearts are filled with hatred and destruction. If you can destroy them within 20 seconds, I'll give you the Incan Statue. Oh gosh, I forgot about this time limit. Ah! Oh, come on! Whew, did it! 20 seconds. Hey, good boy. Then I'll give you the Incan Statue. I don't know if there's any other time limit battles in this game. I hope not. I don't like time limit battles. It's like the bane of my existence in games. So we got 2 Incan statues. We are ready to go. Oh, that statue. You are great. There are 2 statues. Go to the Incan Ruins? Yes, my father summoned me. I don't want to fight the demons, but if my father's alive, I'll risk anything to see him. You don't really understand until you lose your parents. Typical. Well, that was rude and insensitively. Jeez. I understand. No, you didn't. You just said typical. Let's go to the ruins. They headed to the Incan Ruins. I love the redundant narrator. It's great. Oh, you're leaving already? Alright, Dark Shadow. Have a good night, okay? And, yep, Mrs. RCG says bye, Dark Shadow. Have a good night, and, well, we'll see you on the next stream next Thursday, hopefully. I'll probably be way further ahead in this game. Here's the entrance to the ruins. It's 3 a.m. Oh gosh, that's right. You're on the other side of the world. I'm sorry. Alright, well, I can't really stream any earlier than I already am, so I'm stuck with the stream time just because of real-life obligations and children and things like that. But thanks for sticking around for about an hour as long as you did, and I'll see you next week, okay? Have a good sleep. They say that this is where the puzzle of the Incan legend is hidden. I heard this story from the elder when I was a child. After being invaded, the Incas decided to leave their native land to find a new world. They secretly built a huge ship and filled it with priceless gold artifacts. But there's no record of the ship leaving. That's probably the Incan gold ship in the story. I don't think the elder has ever told that story to any outsider. And he technically hadn't told it to me. You told it for me. Or for him. I wonder what he wants you to do. So, pretty much, this Incan Ruins is really the first true dungeon of the game. This is your first true test. The dungeons of Edward Castle were just like a training ground. This is the real deal. And some people thought there might be something here that when you later in the game get the Psycho Slide. Right now I have the Psycho Dash, but you get another skill for Will called the Psycho Slide, which lets them slide through small holes. And some people wanted to try and hack the game and try and figure out if there's something in this hole. There isn't. It's just a hole in the wall. You're so mean, leaving me behind. How could you do that? Why are you in a place like this? It's dangerous. Lola told me about this place. I've been waiting. I thought you left me. You should tell me where you're going. What is Will looking for in the ruins? I just can't wait around and eat while Will's working so hard. I'm waiting here for Will to return. Well, a princess wouldn't understand. I'll wait for you here, okay? Sure. Let me handle all the dangerous stuff. Well, I remember what the elder said. Put the statue on the right cliff below the ruins where the spirit's breath cannot reach. The valley wind will lead you to the gold ship. Alright, here we go, everybody. Dungeon 1. Proceed! There was a tremendous wind at the right cliff. That's probably what the old man meant by the breath of the spirits. This is the cliff with no wind. My heart beats fast. Oh gosh, Mudmen! I'm gonna be using all sorts of jump attacks to do as much damage as possible. Ow! Okay, so the worst these Mudmen do is that they just dash at you. That's all they do. The more dangerous enemy is the four heads that shoot. Oh gosh! At least their shots are blockable, right? Whew. There is a diamond-shaped hole in the floor. Let's remember that for later. So we're again dealing with these little bugs, little pill bugs. You know, the one thing I've noticed about the level design in this particular game, Illusion of Gaia, it's got some good graphics, don't get me wrong, for SNES that is, but the maps are very open and spacious, making them feel a little bit more empty than you would normally think for these types of detailed graphics. But I guess that's just to give you a lot of room to maneuver around the enemies, so it gets a pass. I'm so glad I can block their shots. It's great. And this is another thing you'll notice. As you go through the game, or each level or dungeon, you'll find enemies that provide shortcuts back. Like this is a shortcut back down to the lower floor instead of having to go all the way back around. So each dungeon eventually will give you a whole bunch of shortcuts. So you can kind of easily make your way back and backtrack through. Hey, and speaking of that diamond-shaped hole, here's a diamond-shaped block. For the most part, puzzles in this game are relatively simple, easy to figure out. Oh, yeah. You fit the block into the tile. Oh gosh! That looks totally dangerous. Come on, there we go. And this is a shortcut back to the beginning. That ladder that goes up, that takes you to the beginning of the Incan Ruins. Now, any skeletons you find in a dungeon, you kind of want to take a look at them, because usually there's something there, or some sort of text or dialogue. An explorer who saw the Incan gold ship? In the skeleton's hand is some kind of charm. Inside it is a scrap of paper with this written on it. Father, please come back alive, Nana. When you find the gold ship, buy a crook, Sabas. These two names, Nana and Sabas. Even though you see the letter here with this skeleton way early in the game, you probably will have forgotten all about this when you finally meet these two characters, Nana and Sabas. So it's just kind of a cool thing to know that the designers put these little hints and foreshadowings of characters you'd meet later in the game. So as you see the dead bodies of explorers, you get to see their families later on, and it's kind of bittersweet. You're just like, oh, these are the people that the letter was referring to, and then you know the true fate of their family. It's kind of sad in a way. So we know the fate already of the father of whoever these kids are. So if that's a dead end, and this ladder leads back to the start, where the heck are we supposed to go, right? Well, there's an opening here. You jump down. Yeah, that stumped me for a long time. I remember that vividly. I couldn't figure out what to do until I realized, oh yeah, there's gaps in the rocks you can drop down to the lower cliff face. Block the shots! Ah! Thank you. And I don't think you can do anything with these statues here except break them with your Psycho Dash. So we're working our way up in strength. No healing except for what's found in save points. So... oh gosh! Totally forgot about these guys. They pretty much can appear anywhere. It's kind of annoying. You're just running, minding your own business, and all of a sudden you get hit. Because they appear right underneath you. Oh gosh! Spinny floaty head. Oh, and look at this. You can't hit this thing. So we need an extra extended reach of a longer sword or weapon. So we know what we need to do now, don't we? Ooh, wow, I thought that... did that thing just jump? There's something on the ground there. If I can move that gold statue, I can pass. I think this is a shortcut to earlier, so we don't need to worry about that. Move this gold statue. I think they're talking about this, right? If you get near these things, they're actually going to turn into enemies. So you want to stay a good, healthy distance from these things. And these enemies aren't actually very easy either. Stepping on a gold tile emits a sound. There are 4 gold tiles. Stand on each of the 4 tiles at the same time. Oh gosh. Look at that. And if you get close, look. Oh my gosh! It comes to kill you. Woo! Scariness! Oh, you mean that didn't squish the... that would have been great if we had an environmental death there for that enemy. But those are scary, man. Fall from the ceiling, making those crazy, you know, banging sounds. Ow. So, as we noted earlier, we're going to need a longer reach. So, pretty much I can make short, quick work of these enemies with Freedan. It's very, very simple. There's a shortcut back, but we're gonna go out here. The wind in the valley plays a melody. The statues seems to be singing. It's kind of a haunting melody. You've learned the melody of the wind. Kind of important. An Incan explorer who sought the Incan gold ship? He lost his life in a trap. And he continues to lose his life in a trap. we gotta go back to that statue. And we needed the extended sword to hit. Ah, the other part of the ramp. This is what we need. Woo! All the way to the other side. Really? Get over here. And I think using this skill right here also can block projectiles from enemies. Oh, here we go. Now we have no choice but to fight these things. You gotta wait for them to turn full-on color before you can do anything to them. Aw, I thought I could be able to make up that slope. Nope, they want you to go the long way, of course. Okay, you gotta be careful where you're running in this particular level, because those things could just show up anywhere. Anything up here? Anything down here? No, nothing. Just a way to split up the lower floor in terms of level design. Oh, whoa, hello. Oh gosh, this thing actually has fire. That's actually a more dangerous statue. Okay, so there's two types of statues. There's ones that shoot spears, and then there's ones that shoot fire. Okay, this is the spear kind. They're not so bad, the spear kinds, anyway. Oh gosh! I was about to ready to run over that thing. Oh, this looks super. Oh gosh, they're all gonna come after me. Ah, I see it. The purple ones are the ones that deal with the fire. The green ones are the ones that deal with spears. So there's different palette swaps, and they tell you which ones are which based on the color. Come on. See, more shortcuts. I don't really know why, because I don't think I've ever had a need to use those shortcuts. I'm not having a lot of room to move here, am I? Okay, this is going to be super swell. Let's do this. Let's fight! Oh gosh, they're all fire-based. Whew. That was a good fight. Whoa, let's go back. Okay, yeah, how many people have started running down those ramps, then stopped because there were enemies to kill? I'm pretty sure just about everybody. Oh, gosh.